can take a while to wash that much blood off your hands. That's what wars leave behind. Resentment, hatred, famine, lawlessness. I'd gotten caught up in it all and then some, but I couldn't let the filth slow me down. Ciri was the important thing, so I moved through my routine to get where I needed to. The blunted hatchet would need to be replaced, as well as the old shirt I found in Kira's hut. I questioned the Elderman about Jakob, but he played the fool, and I had no time to pursue vengeance, so I took my reward for clearing out the bandits and asked for directions to Crow's Perch. Everyone I'd met had warned me against dealing with the Baron, but after the time I'd spent in Velen so far, I welcomed dealing with a man in a position of power. I thought it'd be far simpler than ancient crones, bloodthirsty cannibals, or the Wild Hunt. How wrong I was.
Come on.
So we're finally here. Finally at Crow's Perch, despite all the warnings we've had about the Baron, really. Everything else seems to have been more tortuous than this could possibly be, so we're in desperate need of some new armour. We've got no swords, and in particular we've got no silver sword, so we learned from the Elderman that there is a particularly skilled armourer here, an armourer called Fergus, so that should take care of our armour, but blacksmith wise we're a bit in the dark, so maybe if we can get some information while we're here we'll be able to find another location where we can get swords. So it's pretty well populated here, we've got some merchants, plenty of guards around. So the Baron is likely stationed. Yeah, I imagine he'll be up there. Roach can most of the... Oh, that's not the right button, Matt. Okay, let's head up there ourselves. I don't know how locked down this place. Yeah, it looks shut. So we have seen some of these posters about the Baron's family. Hello?
Baron home?
Depends who's asking.
A witcher. Want to talk to him.
Yeah. And I want to plough the lovely Queen Cero.
Seen this man before. In at the crossroads. You brought us around. As I recall, you were to go your separate way.
Yeah, it led me here.
It led me here. Gotta talk to the Baron.
Oh, aye? What about?
Something important. His ears only.
Fine. Lodrin, let him in. If he makes any trouble, well, we outnumber him.
Open the gate. Sergeants! Ardle! Witcher, to see the Baron. Don't want no disturbances. That clear?
What do you think?
Sergeant Ardle.
Not looking good, I tell you.
Guard called you a sergeant. You a Temerian soldier?
Not your concern, mate.
Deserter?
Temerian army don't exist no more.
So what are you all doing here?
Had a choice after the Black Ones thrashed us. Let it lie and try to lead normal lives, or continue to resist, join the guerrillas and fight for our beloved Temeria till death do us part. We chose the former.
And the Baron, your commander?
Yeah, commander.
A bit skeptical of the Baron's power, it seems, this sergeant. I've always...
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
Your mate split the loot between them long ago. At least that's what I would have done. And you, shut it now. Save your strength. Die with some dignity.
I always wondered if you could tell you where the loot was so you could go and find it, but I don't think you can. Okay, so there's a lot of guys here. Not much of a female presence up here, obviously.
Infosema, now those were balls.
Nilfgaardians.
Attended a few, me and my Annie. Oh, how we danced, how we twirled, ha ha ha!
Ooh!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hey!
This won't impress
Enough.
them.
I don't
Yeah.
care how you do it, but the deliveries must be weekly.
Won't you stay for tea?
No. Besides, you've another guest.
Look at that. Didn't even stay for tea. In spite of all that blabbering about how cultured the nation is.
Well, they're not that tolerant of foreigners.
Rumors rarely find confirmation in reality, especially the ones about foreigners.
Right you are. I know who you are. Believe I also know why you've come. We'll talk inside. Make yourself at home. Now, where'd I put the bloody vodka? Ah, there it is. A snifter.
After the night we had, I'll gladly have a drink, mate.
Why not?
Ha! A man after my own heart. With Foltest dead and Natalis' whereabouts unknown. Bloody hell. Who's a loyal Temerian to drink to these days?
Himself and his company?
Good enough. To the matter at hand. I'm Philip Strenger. Now the blobtits round here call me the Bloody Baron.
Geralt of Rivia. Blobtits call me the Butcher of Blaviken.
I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. How do you like it here in Velen?
It's awful, mate.
I don't. Swamps, bogs, marshes everywhere.
Exactly. Someone loses their way around here, he becomes damn hard to find.
What are you getting at?
Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters.
Yeah, get to the point, mate.
Get to the point already.
Ciri, that's why you've come, isn't it?
So she was here.
She showed up some time ago. Exhausted, wounded, and stinking like a soaked hound after a hard hunt. Later, I learned she'd come from the swamp. Said some beasts from the woods attacked her before she could reach the village.
So this is where she ended up after she escaped the crones. Okay.
That was close. I must leave this place.
Man, this outfit is just so awesome. Right. Okay, so we need to get out of here. I mean, you'd imagine that Imlerith would still be around, but can't see anything. So Ciri is a bit clunkier to control, a little bit at least. She only has the one walk and one... Oh, hello.
She needs help.
Of course she has the teleport dodge. But wolves, of course, as long as you've got your block up, they can't hit you, so... Now, Ciri's health does regenerate.
You can calm down. Hello there. Are you lost?
A little, I guess. Are you?
Ciri is quite prideful, so she probably wouldn't admit to being lost. So no, I'm never lost.
I never lose my way.
If that's true, what are you doing so deep in the forest alone?
Looking for lost little girls.
What happened to you?
This? It's nothing.
Yeah, and why are you here?
How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill. He said he would wait. So I started down the trail. Then I saw a butterfly, and I ran to catch it, and I lost my way.
So, of course, because we've already been to see the crones, we know why people send their children here, and it's to be sacrificed to the crones.
Your father, why did he have you follow the trail of treats? Do you know?
Because we had nap to break our fast with.
I don't understand.
I was naughty. Broke a jug. Spilled all our milk.
Your parents must have been angry.
Mother said I should be spanked, but Father said wouldn't do no good. Too many mouths to feed anyway. Sending me down the trail of treats, that would solve things.
So it's a good job we found her, really, because she would have been sent to the crones otherwise. We can quite clearly see at this angle the scar that Stefan Skellen left on Ciri's cheek as she was escaping Bonhart and all of them when they were having their big little meeting trying to decide what to do with Ciri. As she was escaping on the horse, that's the horrid scar that got... It's healed quite nicely on her, but at the time in the books, it was everyone that saw it thought that it was going to be a horribly disfiguring scar, and it's still noticeable, but she doesn't look that much different.
You and your father, when did you leave home?
This morning.
And did the sun warm your face or your back?
It warmed my back.
So we must go east. Come, I'll walk you home. And explain to your parents that they must not lose their children in the woods.
We can't go home because of the Wolf King and his pack.
The Wolf King?
No kings among wolves.
These have one.
And you've seen him?
Yes. I mean, no. From behind a tree. He was huge, with giant eyes and great fangs, and he was terribly, disgustingly horrific.
Okay, so you'd naturally presume that this would be a werewolf, because the Wolf King and everything, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be, particularly because peasants and townsfolk they never get monsters right, so...
See what I've got on my back? Wolves fear it. Kings do too. Come, I'll help you up.
So we've got more wolves ahead. So if you're coming through here, it's important just to pick up all these plants and crafting ingredients, because we are going to need them. This pack is a bit bigger.
Wolves!
There's 5 of them.
Hide!
I don't think we don't have any special abilities at this point with Ciri. Like if we were using Geralt, this would be the most frustrating way to fight a pack of wolves with no signs. Oh, they're level 1. Yeah, they can't do much damage. I don't know why they're level 1. I think with the normal game, upscaling on this fight can be a little... on Death March can be a bit of a pain.
You can come out now.
My, you're brave. My father couldn't even do that.
Mine could do a lot more. Come.
So Ciri has always seen Geralt as someone who would look after her and protect her no matter what. And it really, as I've said before, he's probably the only person in her life besides her grandmother who doesn't want anything from her. He wants to protect her and let her live her life, whereas everyone else sees her as something to use and kind of manipulate, I guess. Use her powers, use her status.
Look! There's something there.
Wait here. Don't come any closer.
But...
No buts. Stay here. I must see something.
Yeah, I think she looks a lot better without that eyeshadow. I mean, it sort of brings out the scar quite a bit as well. So, just like Geralt, we're going to examine this corpse.
Bloodshot, but still moist. He died recently.
So, interestingly, if you don't examine every part of this body, Ciri will come to the wrong conclusion about what
Lips
monster it
parted
is.
And bloated. Bit clear through his tongue. Immense pain before death. His chest is crushed. Ribs probably pierced his lungs. Something picked him up and threw him against the tree.
So it's something really big, big claws, big jaw, big teeth, and it's something that is friendly with the wolves around here, I imagine. What's happened to his leg?
Something tore his leg off. No, gnawed it off.
Ew, that's horrible.
Stay there, and look away. What's this? Marrow's missing. Interesting.
So if we sum up here, Ciri will come to the conclusion, I think, that we're dealing with a fiend. And while there is a fiend in these woods, this is not its doing. So we'll examine the belly as well.
Let's see. His liver's gone.
Why are you digging through his belly?
Would you mind making certain your laces are tied?
Okay, so now we can come to the correct conclusion, which
Wolf
is...
King's no fantasy, it seems. Except he's a werewolf.
What happened to him?
He had a fall.
I bet. The Wolf King got him.
When did children get so smart?
What'll we do when the Wolf King finds us?
Good question. I've no silver, but I can make a blade oil.
Oil? You mean like we make from rapeseed?
No, a far more special oil. Of dog tallow, wolf's bane, fool's parsley, and wolf's liver. The Wolf King will feel terrible, terrible pain.
You're smart. How do you know these things? Did your father teach you?
Not my father. My uncle. Uncle Vesemir.
Papa Vesemir. Okay, so I just need some fool's parsley, which I think is here. No, that wasn't it. Got any more plants dotted around? Doesn't look like it. I think the blue one is wolfsbane. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there'll be some in the next clearing once we take care of these wolves.
That? Wolves.
Hide! Quickly!
So Ciri is a bit more interesting to fight with once you unlock a few of her powers. Otherwise it does just feel like a bit of a mosh pit. Alright.
They're gone! You can come out!
You cut him up bad. The Wolf King will be angry.
Yeah, we'll see. So I think this is what we need. Yep.
All right, I have everything. Now for a spot where I can build a fire, and brew the oil in peace.
What you doing?
Greasing my blade. There. We'll see just how effective Uncle Vesemir's formulae are.
So I don't know how much Ciri would have gotten to use her her skills as a partially trained witcher while she was out and about in the across different worlds. I can't imagine she would have needed them all that much. It'll be interesting if the next Witcher game is played as
The
Ciri.
parents often send their children out to follow the sweets.
Sometimes they send their children, sometimes they go themselves.
Do they return?
No, why would they? They've plenty to eat where the path ends.
It's just so horrible that the people send their children just to slaughter by sending them to the ladies. Yeah, I'm unsure. I'm still unsure whether I'd want to play as Ciri in a standalone game. They'd have to nerf her powers somewhat with the teleporting abilities and everything.
Through the cave.
You lead.
Go on, Gretna. Just because, yeah, they need to develop a wide variety of powers for her. Just because obviously she can't do magic signs. She tried when she was training at Kaer Morhen, she never could produce them. And while she did train to use magic like a sorcerer would...
It's a bit dark.
Afraid?
Are you?
No.
Then I'm not either.
There was an incident she had that kind of drained her of all her magic power. When she was in the desert. Interestingly, I can't remember if it changes the dialogue. If you complete this upcoming fight without taking damage, I think it might change some dialogue, so I will try and not get hit, but I can't promise anything.
What?
The Wolf King, now do you believe me?
I do. Hide!
Come on then, Mr. Werewolf. So we've already fought 2 werewolves with Geralt already. I can't remember if he summons wolves. 2 hits and out is generally with werewolves before they counter-attack, unless you've got an Erden sign on them. Bit of a lag spike there. Where's he gone? It's very dark in this cave. I don't think I took a hit there. Although we got covered in blood.
Why, you really give him a drubbing. Never seen anything like it.
Girl, you can come out now. Come on.
Yeah, we found another body in the woods, a fresh one.
You're lucky we came this way. Found someone far less fortunate in the forest.
Yaren, must be. We was returning from Midcops when the brute attacked. I managed to flee, but Yaren...
The little one. No details.
Yeah, we need to get to the village.
You have bandages at home?
Oh,
Some
no.
spirit? He laid a claw or 2 on me, unfortunately.
I've not, miss, but my lord, he's a powerful man. He's sure to help you. Might even reward you for cutting the werewolf down.
Very well. Lead us to your lord.
Okay, so it doesn't change the dialogue. I don't know why I thought it did. She still says that he laid a claw on her.
Just who do you think you brought me, man? That's not me daughter.
And the little one?
Neither, damn it! I think I'd know my own child.
Well, might not be yours, the older one, but you've got to admit the likeness. That's downright striking. So, any chance for that reward?
You'll not see one fucking copper. Get out before I set my hounds on you.
Neither of them look anything like Anna Stringer. Not Anna, Tamara.
So, stew any good?
Very. Thank you. I'd not eaten in...
Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten. And you could do with some sleep. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
Thank you.
Shh. Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested. So I ordered my men to watch her and left her to rest.
And?
A topic for another time.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I get what he's after. Let's just ask about Gretka first.
The little girl who showed up here with Ciri. What happened to her?
Gretka. She's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they decided. So I decided not to send the lass home. She's fed here. A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing.
What happened to Ciri?
I've told you already. A topic for another time.
So he obviously wants help with something, so I get what you're after about Philip.
Take it you won't give me this information for free.
Sharp you are.
Yoda.
I regret your loss. Commiserate. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I propose an exchange. Find my loved ones, and I shall tell you about the girl you seek. All I know.
I mean, it's kind of worthless asking. We have no idea that we can trust him. So there's no point asking. And there's no point suggesting that we're going to refuse because we've exhausted all our leads. And the only time we've sort of discovered Ciri's footsteps is this is the last part of it, isn't it? We saw where she was with the crones. We saw that she never went to Avalak's hideout, and after the crones led her here, so yeah, it's a deal.
Fine, I'll help you. I'll find your family, but then you'll give me every bit of information you have.
You have my word. Guard! This man's under my protection. No one's to bother him in any way. Don't stare, I've not grown horns. Treat it as a token of my good faith.
When do you see them last?
They vanished after the new moon, as if whisked away by shadows.
What do you mean, vanished?
Precisely that. I awoke one morn to find them gone.
Okay, that seems a little hyperbolic, as if whisked away by the wind. So, what do they look like?
Can't start searching till I know what they look like.
Tamara, my daughter, turned 19 in the spring. Slender lass, about yay tall, comes up to my shoulders. Beautiful eyes, green like her mother's. My wife, Anna, has 2 winters behind her, though she'd never admit it. Dark hair, thick as tar, keeps it tied up in a bun.
Okay, so green eyes, some similarities to Ciri, but how much have you searched for them? We have seen posters around several of the towns. We saw some in Midcopse, in Blackbow. We saw some in Hendrick's sort of basement where we found all our information. So they have searched, but we don't know how much.
Try to search for them?
Sent men out right away, but they're not suited to it. It's one thing to rip up floorboards in search of a peasant's last sack of grain. Finding a living person, they just don't know how. Besides, Velen's naught but swamps and marshy woodland. Plenty of hard-to-find nooks. If you're looking to hide someone, this is the place.
Yeah, it's not really governed by anyone. Yeah, lots of swamps, lots of places with different people in charge, particularly with the crones involved over on the eastern side of Velen. Be very difficult. As we're finding out, it's very difficult to find information about anything here. So you said that your men have been out to search them, but have they ever been a problem towards them?
This place. Must be hard to be the only 2 women here.
This place? What do you mean? They wanted for nothing here. Pheasant for dinner? Not a problem. Blue ribbons from Toussaint? Say the word.
Had your men in mind. Their company. Sure your wife and daughter weren't being harassed?
My men are a horde of whoresons, but they know their place. One of them so much as looked at Anna or Tamara crosswise, I'd cut him down like a dog.
Okay, so the men are horrid, as we've already experienced earlier, but like you said, they know their place, so... were they acting strange or anything?
Anything unusual happen before they disappeared? They act differently, do anything strange?
Unusual? No. Well, not long ago, peasants came to complain that a beast had ravaged a woman by the well. Devoured another lass before her. Common occurrences in Velen. And my women, Anna, quiet as a mouse as ever, and Tamara, occupied with her things, nothing unusual.
So he's either inattentive or and ignorant of what their problems are, or, yeah, they weren't acting that strange. So might they have been kidnapped or murdered by anyone?
Maybe they were kidnapped. Got any enemies?
None worth mentioning. Worthless little pricks and angry peasants is all. None would dare raise a finger against my family. Any who might have, they've been eating dirt long since.
I suppose he is backed by the Nilfgaardians, so can't imagine anyone would mess with him in that capacity. Okay, so you can't tell us anything.
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues. Anything to latch onto.
I'll not let a stranger pore through their belongings.
Want me to find them or not?
I do.
Then let me work.
Fine. But I shall go with you. The doors are locked.
Okay, Philip.
When she was a babe, my daughter loved animals. Saw a deer trophy on a wall once. Do you know what she asked?
Haven't got a clue.
Papa, is that deer's wump on the other side of the wall? You see it there? What's a trophy?
Got any vodka?
I pity any bastard who's hurt her. I'll flay him alive. Here it is. Damn it! Jammed again. Our bedchamber. Tamara's room is there. Try not to make a mess.
All right.
For their return, I want everything to be as they left it.
Blowing hangover.
Alright, it's a little dark in here, so let's have a little spare a little thought of Yennefer. Okay. Okay, so candlestick here.
Wooden candlestick. Stem's broken.
Alright. Maybe someone was struck with it. Okay, thank you very much, Philip. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the comedian Patrice O'Neill, but that ruined the name. He ruined the name Philip for me, so that's why I keep saying it so strangely. There's a few valuable items in here, so they'll be worth selling once we're out of here. So they're all worth picking up. So this looks like a picture frame.
Walls a different color. Something used to hang here. That painting? Right size.
So this painting isn't usually here. It looks like the wrong spot. It's being obstructed by these items.
The Baron and his wife. Look happy enough. What's this? Gotta wonder who wanted to hide the hole. And what's on the other side.
So something was thrown against here, perhaps?
It gets interesting. Piece of wood looks like the stem of that candlestick. No coincidence there. Fight might have happened here. I'll look for clues.
So someone maybe attempted to strike someone else with that candlestick. They moved out of the way. They hit this wall. Candlestick got jammed and one of the legs ripped off and landed in the wardrobe. It's got some scratch marks here on this pillar.
Deep nicks, hit with a heavy object. Fresh flowers. He expects them to return any minute. Takes hope.
Perhaps that's why he's taking care of Gretna, because he sees her as maybe like a surrogate daughter during this time where his own is missing. So we've got maybe some stains of some kind, whether it's a blood or a drink.
Rest of the candlestick and wine stains.
Wine stains.
Somebody smashed a bottle from Toussaint. Yeah, Herveloos. Scent hasn't died. Wonder where it'll lead me.
Okay, let's follow this scent. We're a long way from Toussaint here, Geralt. A long way. Okay, so it's leading down to a loose floorboard here on the landing.
Damn, trail breaks off. Could find something else, though.
A talisman.
Spruce wood. Smells of juniper incense. Some sort of folk talisman. Protective. Question is, against what? Won't find much else here.
So someone lost a protective talisman, or they hid it here. Right, let's have a look in Tamara's room. Very nice, we can sell all this stuff.
Incense. And an old key. Wonder what it unlocks. Anise. Sandalwood. And something else. Saffron.
Yes, we've got another scent to follow. A letter to Tamara. We are more like a family. We support each other and help each other survive tough moments, grapple with the past. Each of us has a past, so you needn't worry about anyone digging into yours. We've got a rule: never ask more than someone offers on their own. The past doesn't matter to us, only the future does. That and our common fight against evil and depravity, against perverse and loathsome practices of all kinds. So it sounds very religious, doesn't it? Or cultish. Let's see what's in the rest of the room before we follow this scent. Okay, it's a doll.
Damn ugly for a doll. The kind you'd stick with pins to hurt someone. Damn ugly for a doll. The kind you'd stick with pins to hurt someone.
Okay, it doesn't appear like there's anything else in here, so let's follow this scent and see where this one goes. It might, is it going to lead back to the talisman? No, it's leading further downstairs. So you get some interesting quotes out of...
You white one, looked like you got soused last night too.
Didn't get soused, mate. It's something a lot more harrowing than that. You try getting captured by those cannibals.
Well, bring out the gimp.
Think the gimp's sleeping.
Well, guess you'll just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
Nice Pulp Fiction quote there. There are a lot of quotes in this game from films and pop culture. Okay, time to have a little loot fest. Pretty much worthless stuff, but we can sell most of it. Oh, don't punch the loot, Geralt. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so we've got a door here. This looks a little bit more concrete than the talisman. Okay, a lot more kind of useless loot. Okay, so I mean, we can clearly see this looks like an eternal fire altar. Painted with the flames, fire going here.
An altar. So, the eternal fires made it to Velen.
Which is not good. Let's light these candles, Geralt. Light the candles, Geralt. We've got another letter here. A prayer. Eternal fire, which lighteth our hearts and giveth us light. Heat us with thy warmth, dry our tears, burn our foes, embrace our friends in thy care. Give my mother health, punish my father, help me fulfill my destiny. Punish my father. Okay, so he is hiding something. That much we can see here. I do have much more interest in religions like this. Religions that don't have that aren't based around worshipping a human-like creature. This is more of a nature-based religion, right? Like fire, like worshipping fire. Particularly as this is based in kind of Polish mythology, a place that's very cold. It would make sense that the thing you would worship would be a thing that would keep you alive, and the thing that you'd be scared of, the white frost, would be something that's very dangerous. Because, you know, in Poland, the cold is a very dangerous thing. So I find that a lot more interesting than religions that place, you know, human-like figures as gods. This is very much more based in nature.
Could use some hair of the hound. Got any vodka?
Oh, we already drunk it, mate. Okay, so there was some sort of fight.
You white one. Looked like you got soused last night too.
So, in terms of the Baron and Anna's room, there was some sort of confrontation, some sort of fight. There was wine spilled, there were items broken, and we found a protective talisman that was either hidden or lost on the landing. Tamara's room, we found some letters and discovered that she's been worshipping the eternal fire, and she's wants her father punished for something. So, Philip, what have you got to say?
Poking around.
Okay. So there were signs of fighting in your room.
Signs of a fight in the room. Know anything about that?
A fight? What are you talking about?
Someone was attacked. Probably your wife or daughter. Whoever it was tried to defend themselves with a candlestick. Missed the attacker. Punctured the wall instead. They tussled too.
I don't know nothing about this. That night, I was drunk, don't remember a thing. They were gone by the time I awoke.
Doubt you were the only ones in the castle. Maybe one of your men heard something?
3 times I asked those bastards if they'd seen anything, heard anything. Nothing, not a one of them.
Sorry for forgetting to put the Will o' the Wisp away again, but never mind. So he's kind of playing the fool here, pretending that he was too drunk to remember, but he must remember something. I feel like he's hiding something, but... Okay, so... Following on from the fight, somebody spilled wine.
Whole landing smells of wine. Tell me anything about that?
One of the lads, must be. Lushes, one and all.
Give your men Ervalus?
Oh, damn it. I might have spilled it. I told you I was good and marinated that night. What does it matter? Stench of wine in plenty of corn around the castle.
Like, alright, dude. I found this weird-looking doll.
Found a doll in Tamara's room. Tell me about it.
What could possibly be so interesting about a doll, Witcher?
Looks like it might have been used for some sort of black magic. Where'd Tamara get it?
Black magic? Are you balmy? I made it for her. She was 4, perhaps 5 winters old. We were in Vizima on market day, and she saw the sorceress, Triss Merigold. Insisted she must have a doll just like her. Couldn't afford a thing of that sort, so I made the doll with my own hands.
Yeah, let's pick sarcasm.
So it is supposed to be Triss. Yeah, I see it now. Eerie. Looks just like her.
Doesn't it? Time's taken a bit of a toll, but overall it continues to impress.
You got something to fall back on if things don't work out with Nilfgaard.
Okay, so we found this suspicious amulet.
Recognize this amulet?
Yes. Anna began wearing it a time ago.
Any idea where she got it?
None.
Any witches or cunning women in the area?
A Pella? Old Coot lives near Blackbow. And there's a cunning woman in Midcopse, but I know little about her. She's only recently arrived. If Anna were to see someone, she'd choose the Pella, not the woman. Anna was wary of strangers, newcomers.
So the woman in Midcopse is obviously Kira Metz, so we've dealt with her whole situation, so it's only off to see the Pella.
Ought to have a chat with this Peller.
Fair warning, he's a hard man to talk to. Rumour has it, he killed his own father with an axe as a lad, then went batty. Now they say he sees ghosts and ploughs his goat.
I'm not really interested in his hobbies. Just want to ask about the amulet.
Hair of the hound.
Okay, so we've got a lead for our new quest. Before we do that though, it'd be nice to go and have a look at the room Ciri was staying in and see if we can find any clues from there. So let's go and have a look. I believe the room is just down the hallway here.
So Ciri was here.
Okay, so we've got some old clothing, bloodstained.
Ciri must have used these. Looks like she left in a hurry.
So we've got a couple of items of interest here.
A spinning top. Gretka's toy.
Okay, so Gretka must still be here somewhere. The Natural Obscurity of Curses.
The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia van Bredevoort. Where'd Ciri get this?
Lydia van Bredevoort. Interesting. Vilgefortz's former assistant, whose face was extremely badly disfigured. To my dear friends, Philippa and Anna from Count the Guave. I think that's how you say that. Guavre. Minister of Culture for the Kingdom of Temeria, Vizima, 1265. Whoever thinks curses are only ever manifestations of one being's ill will towards another is sorely mistaken. Shockingly commonplace are reports of curses cast unwittingly on oneself or on objects in one's immediate environment. The consequences of doing so can be difficult to predict. In many cases they lead to harm or even the death of the person afflicted by the curse, or of the people spending time with the object or being on which the curse fell. That is why it's so essential to take preventative measures to safeguard oneself as thoroughly as possible against the casting of curses. As an absolute minimum, Madame Amelia Veracruz Leon recommends cleansing oneself of all negative thoughts, striving to be at one with the world and achieving harmony between body and mind.
A dedication to the Baron and his wife. Seems they had friends in high places in Vizima.
Okay, so let's go and talk to Gretka. Where is she?
Gonna kill the monsters?
Hello.
All of them.
So you're Gretka?
I am. And you're Geralt.
How do you know?
Because you've white hair and a medallion shaped like a wolf. Ciri told me about you.
What else did she say?
You and Ciri talked a bit, didn't you?
We did.
Did she say where she was going, or what she came here to look for?
She said she was looking for you, and a sorceress. But you're here, so I guess she didn't find you. I wonder if she helped that friend of hers.
Okay, so we found a book about curses, and Grex just said she wants to help a friend. We also know that she was working with or knew this elven sage, so the curse could be something to do with him. What friend?
Ciri wanted to help a friend? Any idea who it was?
What do you mean, who? Her friend. She said he was in trouble and that she had to save him.
Is this your toy?
Look familiar?
My top. Where'd you find it?
Ciri's room.
We'd play in her room sometimes. I was sad one day, and Ciri carved it for me. Such a shame she had to leave.
And obviously she's not going to know, but... Do you know where she is, Gretka?
Do you know where Ciri is?
No. One day I brought her breakfast and she was already gone. The Baron told me she'd left.
Didn't ask where she'd gone?
I did. But he said I was too little and I wouldn't understand. But Ciri left me a gift.
A gift?
Yes, this. A green stone.
Beautiful as gifts go. Hide it well, don't show it to anyone. It's worth a lot.
Okay, Gretka. Thanks.
Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
But I'm not playing. I'm helping.
Okay, so Ciri was trying to help a friend and seemingly lift a curse from either the friend or from herself, perhaps. So we seem to be always be one step behind, really. Always near, but not quite near enough. Okay, so we've had a good few setbacks. Instead of finding our own daughter, we are instead having to find someone else's. We've got no armour.
I need a good plough.
And we've got no swords, so we're going to need to rectify that. So there is a decent armourer here, as we found out in mid-cop, so we'll be able to utilise that, but we need to find someone to make us some decent swords. It's a bit annoying how the game passes so much time during the sort of cutscenes and dialogue section, so I have just moved time back to where it kind of should have been. We left mid-cops at around 8 AM. We made our way here, we've discussed things with the Baron, we've investigated his living quarters of his wife and daughter, so I think this is what the time would be realistically. So let's go talk to this dwarven armourer.
What are you doing? Why are you chopping this?
I'm fashioning a new model. 2-piece.
What's cutting into you again?
Wait and see. Just need to join these with the rivets, then clamp them loosely. Pieces will move freely though.
Having a bit of a technical discussion here. So I believe you are Fergus, the armourer.
How may I assist you?
Oh, well, I could, yeah, I'm looking for a master armourer.
Looking for someone who can craft me some armor. Gotta be top quality.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Mastered the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her. She's been sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
That'd be great, thanks.
Sounds great. Can you make a suit like that?
No, but find someone who can and I'll gladly meet them. Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordaroch used on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Tordaroch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
Where exactly is this forge?
These legends mention where the forge might be.
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clanfolk carved out a rock face to build it.
Good to know.
Look for the tools next time I'm in Skellige. Take care now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna clear out my inventory and I'm gonna pick up some armor, so.
How can I help you?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a misstep here. She has the same accent as everyone else here, that kind of Brummy Midlands accent. So I imagine originally she was supposed to have a Skelligan accent and an Irish accent, but...
Interesting lilt in your voice. You originally from Skellige?
Ard Skellig. Spent my whole childhood in Holmstein.
Why'd you leave?
Always had a liking for the smithy. I'd sit there all day taking things in. The heat of the furnace, the smell of the hot steel, the pounding hammers. At 17 winters, my dad told me he could teach me no more. Sent me out there into the world, bid me to hone my craft. A few years on, I had my master crafting papers. Then the war broke out and I landed here.
Yeah, there is no trace of an Irish accent there, but never mind. Okay, I'll sort my armour out and then we'll see what I put on. I'm now fully kitted out with some new armour. I picked up the Wanderer set. So there is a lot of armour available here. These are skilled armourers. They did have some weaponry for sale. They couldn't craft anything from papers, but we picked up a new steel sword. So we're going to have to find someone a bit more specialised to craft us a silver sword, so we're just going to have to avoid monster encounters for the time being. We're going to have to go and craft a silver sword when we need to, basically. So let's just have a look at the notice board here and then we'll go and talk to the Peller. Our Bilberry's died. My daughter Bilberry, a lovely girl, and the apple of our eyes, died this year, the fourth of her short life. We buried her in the graveyard by the crooked birch. Whoever wants to place a lump of earth or light a candle for her, that's where to go. Butkins. Bilberry. Now, I have never actually noticed this in all my playthroughs, but the maid Bilberry, isn't that the guy who challenges you to a fight outside Novigrad? Doesn't he say that it's for the maid Bilberry? So maybe he's doing it to honour the dead. Interesting, I can't believe I've never noticed that. Flogging. As punishment for failure to perform feudal duties, 100 lashes each have been administered to George of Strain, Sten Brotus the Elder, and Musi Harlin. May this serve as a reminder, the hand that feeds can also strike its wayward wards. Gwent, looking for new players. The Sharpers, a Gwent playing society based at Crow's Perch, is looking for new members and opponents. Experience preferred, but we will also school newcomers to the game, but not return any coin lost during training matches. For more information, see the club's chairman, Philip Strenger, known as the Bloody Baron, of course. Horse races. If you haven't heard, we race horses around here. Yeah, we're not interested in horse racing. A contract on a Shrieker, we heard some of the men talk about that earlier. To whom it may concern, let it hereby be known that whoever kills the Shrieker, the monster that's wove its nest near Crow's Perch and has taken to killing both men and beasts, will be given a sizable reward. Take heed that she's a dreadful, dangerous creature. In killing it, will take a trained fighter, not just a pack of peasants with pitchforks. Chet of Crow's Perch. And some fist fights. Okay. So we're not interested in the contract for the moment because we have nothing to fight a monster with. Okay, we left Roach down here by the entrance. Now the Peller is over in Blackbow. Or near Blackbow. There were plenty of the Baron's men. Now Roach, where on earth have you gotten to? Is that Roach there? Don't think so. We did leave Roach here, so I don't mind getting Roach to appear out of thin air. So we've got medium armour on, which means our side intensity will be good. This armour in particular buffs our toxicity and our vitality. And it looks really nice. It's sort of based on I think it's the Oathbreaker armour from The Witcher 2, as well as it takes parts from the Bear Skull gear, like the chest piece I think is from the Bear Skull gear. This is armour you can get with the More Robes mod. which is awesome. It's not too over leveled either, so it should be fine. It looks really nice. It's medium armor, but it looks like good heavy armor. There's the horse racing guys.
Who else is racing?
So we'll sprint our way over. Let's not run roach into the ground. So the Baron, the Baron seems to not be telling us everything. I had hoped that we wouldn't have to come back to this area of Velen, but needs must.
She were a good girl. Shame she's gone.
Blame her. Lost her sister.
No.
Then her sister's man. Parents died long past.
She did well to go. Be better off elsewhere. Find joy, maybe.
So the quest with Neelan, she left shortly afterwards. To be expected, I suppose. So the Peller's hut is up this way. Let's leave Roach here. Let's not take Roach into the backwoods.
Not looking good, I tell you.
Okay. I feel like we can feel a little bit more well protected now. So this is the Peller's hut just up here. A strange fellow, according to the Baron, but the Baron is just a typical cutthroat, so not a typical cutthroat, but a cutthroat of sorts, so his opinion's not necessarily valid here. Okay, is he under protection from the Baron's men?
We'll get the old woman, you see. Bastard deserves to hang. Nah. Hanging's over before there's any pain. This cocksucker's got to suffer. We'll stuff him full of that shite he told Edric to eat. Let him blow his guts out of his arse too.
Okay, so whoever these men are,
Looked like you got soused last night too.
they're not happy with the Peller. 5 of them.
Some strays wandered our way.
Sod off, freak.
Watch your mouth.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller?
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
And that is?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries. Lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Okay, as we've seen before, using Axii when there are multiple people involved doesn't always end well. We can only really use it on one person effectively, so that's kind of a bit stupid. I don't want to waste money on these guys, but it would work. I don't want to kill all of them. They haven't explicitly said that they're the Baron's men, but they might be, so let's just not risk angering the Baron even though he needs our help. Let's try and barter with them. I'll heal Hendrik, okay?
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Well, all in all...
Yes or no?
Fine. Let's hear it.
A tea of mullein leaves for his belly, and cover his boils with mallow. A few days and he'll be good as new.
Noted. But if it don't work, we'll be back. Move out, boys. Scabies.
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
Okay, let's see if that spooky voice coming out of here was the Peller.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Ooh, a man. Nay, a wolf. Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
My hair's white, not grey. So, you've been expecting me or someone like me?
Expecting me?
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes. Omens never lie.
Well, I need your help.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
So you made it?
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Pella. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
But what exactly did she want protecting from?
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the dear. Besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Pella could do.
So she's surrounded by evil. So she was in some sort of trouble that the Baron has either not told us about or he was blissfully unaware of. So I'm looking for her and Tamara.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay, nay. Pella don't know. But the spirits could know. The Pella will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits? Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess?
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
I mean, we can't refuse. I mean, this is one of the sillier quests, but yeah, I will find your goat, sir.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess, where have you got to, girl?
Fine, I'll get your goat.
The bell, the little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. For a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
Okay, great. So we've got to find a goat.
This way, I think.
Much to Geralt's ire. Okay, we got tracks. How bad could it go? Let's just hope we don't run into any monsters without a silver sword. It's not impossible to deal with them without a silver sword, though. Okay, we've got a wolf
Show
pack.
me what you got.
It's not. It's very nice to have a sword on our back again. Okay, great.
What now, you piece of filth?
Okay, let's just use this last guy to pick up a bit of health. Okay, so it is worth picking up wolf hides and animal hides in general. They're worth a reasonable amount of money from certain merchants. Okay, there's something we can hear over there. Something heavy-footed that lives in a cave. Could be anything, really. Okay, princess.
There you are.
Come on then.
Come on, let's go see the Peller.
So, the Baron was partly right, wasn't he? He loves his goat. Whether he loves doing extracurricular things with the goat.
Should have guessed as much. What's a witcher compared to a patch of wild strawberries? Come on, take you back to the Peller. Misses you something awful. Come on, damn it.
Come on, princess. Let's go. Princess. Princess.
Where the hell did you go?
Oh. Princess. Princess. What are you doing?
Bear. Bear. What? Run, you stupid piece of shit.
Uh-oh. Hey, 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 hey. That's a very big bear.
Lost your nerve?
I don't want to kill the bear, man. There goes the Quen shield. This is more of like a berserker-sized bear. Where are you going, bear?
Time to end this.
Whoa. Okay. See what you made me do, princess. Poor bear was minding his own business. Okay, as if I'm remembering correctly, there is some Witcher gear diagrams in here that are definitely worth picking up. So we don't have to revisit the place. I'm coming, princess. Not that one. Not that one. Must be this one. Certainly. Okay. Okay, princess, let's get you back to the Peller and we'll find out what on earth's been going on with Anna and Tamara. Come on.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
Princess. Come on then. So I really do like this armor. It was one of my favourite armors in The Witcher 2 just because of the text around the cuffs on the edge of the cloth. My words are escaping me, but yeah, it's like on the cuffs, isn't it? If that's a vest, then those are still the cuffs.
You're no roach, but I bet we could be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Well, depends on the mushrooms you're eating, Geralt. As you will find out in the future. Alright, sir, I have your wife, goat. I don't know what she is to you, but here she is.
Princess, flee not from the Peller, for there are wolves about.
Yes, there are.
goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Okay, this is awkward now. Alright, let's get on with it, mate.
Can we talk about Anna and Tamara now? Know where they might be?
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Fine. Be right back.
We just killed a few wolves and a bear, so maybe them. That is a rather large rat.
Will this do?
They are not here. They is gone. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just a child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
So, from what he said, that would suggest that they're both alive, but someone has died, a child, who wasn't born. Okay, so if it's not alive, then I guess that means it wasn't born. Do you have any more information, though?
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone, the child remains.
Whose child is it?
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was, and she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps, or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Did Anna tell you all of this?
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
So how is the Baron involved with the miscarriage?
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those who suffer.
Yeah, but what happened to the child?
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
So do you know how to lift the curse?
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
So if I can't lift the curse, what are you going to do with its blood?
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
What about Forefather's Eve?
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefather's Eve. Pretty old custom. Thought it had died out.
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefather's Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
Okay, so we've got to find where the child was buried, right?
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
Okay, so we've got a monster on our hands. So we'll leave this episode here, guys. What we're going to need to do next time, we're going to need to get our hands on a silver sword of some sort, because we might have to fight this botchling, and we can't do that against a reasonably powerful creature with a steel sword. We'll go and question the Baron after we've picked up a new sword. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We've met the Peller. We got rid of the guys outside his hut. We finally met the Baron. He doesn't seem as bad as we've been told, mainly because we're useful to him. He's not much of a threat to us, but he seems like he has an incredibly dark past, and we'll find out more about it next time. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Leave me a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Fail.